5 years ago, we developed this program, the Woodland Stewardship Network program, to assist private landowners in conducting forest management on their properties, something that's pretty challenging for your average small-sized forest landowner to do right now. However, most of our forested landscape in the Mid-Atlantic and in the Chesapeake Bay watershed is privately owned by people with smaller properties. So we really need to figure out a way to help them manage their woods. Over those 5 years, we have worked with 76 landowners, enrolled them in 18 total networks of those landowners, and now we have over 11,000 acres that are under new forest management plans, and a lot of that is actively being managed. We were lucky to have grant funding to create these networks, so we had an incentive of giving a free forest management plan to everyone who enrolled, and having a little bit of funding available for people to actively take management after the plan is written. However, you don't need funding to be able to do that. Really, all this is starting with an interested landowner who wants to take active management on their property, and then working with their neighbors to see who is interested, who would also like a new forest management plan, so that we are getting management done on the landscape near each other, which is really, really important for building in resiliency of forests, and adding a lot of the benefits to wildlife populations that we're typically seeking when we're doing active forest management.
Well, our experience with the program has been very positive. If someone is interested in doing what we are doing, the first thing I recommend, they get a good advisor to give them what they need. They need a management plan, and then you see what your options are and then decide what you want to do. One of the things that we really wanted to do too is diversify the forest.
The wildlife and bird life has really been my focus, more so than anything else. And I was so impressed when we took the ferns off of the land that's right next to our cabin, how it opened it up as a wildlife corridor. We would see turkeys strutting and bear ambling through and deer. It was within the same year that the ferns that were taken out opened it up as a wildlife corridor. I don't feel that we own the land. We own the right to use it for a brief period of time, but this land's been here long before us and will be long afterwards. And we want to do what we can while we're here for any other real inhabitants of this land, so that it benefits them.
I am very lucky to have had this much nature be such an integral part of my childhood. It has really changed my perspective on a lot of the ways we do things, and if I have any ability to be able to pass this on to people the way it was passed on to me, I want to be able to do that.
I understand the mechanics of how these federal programs work, but in reality there are a lot of barriers to entry because there's a significant process that the landowner has to undertake in order to qualify yet be awarded funding. So most landowners are a little skeptical and become frustrated with the amount of process. The Woodland Stewardship Network, the beauty of it has been that it streamlines and reduces the process, fast-tracking the landowner to the product. So this particular Woodland Stewardship Program cooperative consists of slightly more than 50 different landowners. The average lot size is about 24 acres. There are a lot of landowners that are under 10 acres. For us to actually advocate and practice responsible, good forestry on such a small lot is virtually impossible without assembling someone that's creative and capable of making things happen. Often it requires a leverage piece. The support, the financial support from a program, federal government program, a nonprofit program that can help co-invest to get something tangible accomplished that comes at a cost to the landowner. We're working here to leverage this model to try to get multiple landowners to increase the scale and scope of the practices that make them more feasible and also make them more impactful for wildlife.